Hi friends, and welcome back to the Good News in Children's Books. This week we are reading Who Will You Be by Andrea Pippins. And while it seems like this book is written towards a young child from the perspective of a parent, it's pretty easy to put ourselves in that place, whatever age we are, and hear this as the voice of God speaking to who we are created to be. Who Will You Be by Andrea Pippins. Listen as you hear this for what sticks out to you, where you hear God's voice nudging you. My child, my little one, who will you be when you are grown? There's loving kindness in your eyes like your daddy's. And boldness in your heart like your grandma. Will you be like them? Your cousin Carlina is loud and joyful. Will you be like her? Your brother watches the changing clouds. Will he do that with you? When you blow me a kiss, you are loving like your grandpa. And your cousin Gigi, who gives big hugs. Your big dark eyes take in the world. Will you be curious like your uncle? Find beauty in all that you see like Miss Jess? And be bound for adventure like your auntie. Amina makes cakes and pies. Will you do that too? Will you be compassionate like Alessandra? And little one, will you be grateful, oh so grateful, like me? My wish is that you will be all these things and more. You will be your own self, for no one in the world has ever been like you. And this I know, my child, whoever you will be, I will love you forever. I love the beautiful picture in this story of all of those people who shape us and form us into who we are. And I'm sure that you can think of the people who've come before you, your family, your immediate family, your extended family, your friends, those who have played a big role in shaping who you are. And I imagine there's little pieces of them, of their personality, of the way they interact with the world that you can see in yourself. I see this book in some ways as a litany of thanksgiving for all of those people who have helped to make us who we are. And yet at the end of the day, we're our own person. We take little bits of all of those people who pour themselves into us, and we become the beautiful person that each of us is created to be. This book made me think of the start of the second letter to Timothy in the New Testament. And like many of these letters, it starts with words of greeting and summary, and these words: I'm grateful to God, whom I serve with a good conscience as my ancestors did. I constantly remember you in my prayers day and night. And he goes on and says, I'm reminded of your authentic faith, which first lived in your grandmother Lois and your mother Eunice. I'm sure that this faith is also inside you. Our faith is a reminder that we don't go through life alone, that there are people whose lives are intertwined in ours. We live life in community. And as we do that, as we live together and we seek to follow Jesus together and to be more loving, to be more like Christ, we take up bits and pieces of each other, because we are all woven together as part of God's beautiful body. So I invite you to give thanks today, maybe even to stop and think about some of those people who've influenced you and write them a note of thanks, of thanks for the impact that they've had on you, for the ways that they have helped shape and mold you, and celebrate the parts of them that live through you. And as you do that, I hope you see the picture, the beautiful picture, the tapestry of you. For you yourself are a beautiful creation, and there has never been a you before. So I give thanks for everyone who has shaped you into who you are, and I give you thanks for who you have become. And I give thanks then for the parts of you, the beautiful parts of you that will live on in others, in children and grandchildren, in cousins and neighbors, in friends, and those people who look up to you and who will carry on a part of who you are. For God has created you, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So go and be you. Go in peace.